Welcome, everybody, to episode 114. Apologies for being late. Hey, we get busy. We have lives after this, okay?
Yeah.
Episode 114 of the Primetime Gorehounds. This is Primetime J. Thomas from Gorehound Soul Paul Burr watching the 1984 Children of the Corn. Ripped by from the books from Stephen King. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! I almost missed the mark there. But yes. Welcome to episode 114 of Primetime Gorehounds. Hope everybody's had a great week. But yeah. Children of the Corn. Now, Paul, I gotta let you know, Paul. I don't know if I said this, but I had no idea that there was like 10 sequels.
Yeah, there's 11 movies in total, man.
11 movies in total. I had no clue. I swear to you, Paul, and I'm being honest here, folks. I have not seen a single solitary second. Actually, no, I lied. I did see a little bit of the 2010 remake, but the reason why I did
because it's in your hometown.
What?
It's in your hometown. I know where the filming location was.
Well, it wasn't exactly in my hometown. It was like 20, 30 minutes outside of Davenport. So, and a friend of mine that I was in high school was one of the children. So,
oh really?
Yes. So he was like, he only had like he was only on screen for like 3 seconds, but he was in the movie. Yes, he was in the movie, and that is the only reason why I watched that remake. But outside of that, I have not seen a single solitary second of the sequels. And this first one is the only movie I actually thoroughly enjoy. But yeah, Children of the Corn, written from the book by Stephen King. So this ought to be a fun one. Paul, how have you been?
Oh, it's been a bit of a crazy week. I mean, my original costume designer texted me on the weekend telling me that she can't do costumes no more due to health reasons. So I was like, oh fuck, now what do I do? So I had to kind of put out I guess you could say a bat signal, letting people know, hey, is there anybody out there who can help me in making a costume? Some of my carnival friends reached out, but some of them live in Europe, as you know. But luckily, I found another one who's about 10 minutes away out of town from where I am. So we're doing a prototype mock-up of a costume based on the size of my black and gold one that I get a hang on to. And if all goes good, then the real work begins, and hopefully it'll be ready in time for when I go to Germany in September. But apart from that, things have been good. Sweating my fucking balls off in this heat, but what else is new? We're in the dead of summer right now.
Yes, it's definitely heating up. It's definitely heating up for certain. But okay, but let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this started. Now, of course, here in Primetime Gorehounds, we sit back and watch movies. We are not a director's commentary. I mean, for some people, Paul, some people be like, you don't know everything about the movie. I'm just like, no, I just watch them. But okay, but
we just watch and talk about it. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people kind of don't. There are fans, and then there are super fans where they get a little offended when you don't know everything. And it's like, go fuck yourself. But
ouch.
But yes. So of course, I'm watching it free on YouTube. Which is always nice. It's nice to save my $3. And Paul, you're watching this on streaming too?
Yeah, I'm watching this on Shudder. This is on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay, got it to where New World. I almost said
New World Order.
yeah.
New World Pictures is the studio.
Yes, indeed. Wait, did that come through?
Yeah, that went through okay.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought,
Never
yeah,
mind.
I think I did. Never mind. But yeah, we're
Well,
about getting ready to we're getting ready to start watching this movie. Now James has only watched the original movie. I haven't seen all of the sequels. I think I've only gone as far as part 6 where Isaac returns in that one, and then I saw I did see that 2009 remake that he talked about earlier, and the only one I've seen after that was the recent one that came out not too long ago. I think in 2023, which was the most recent one. That one was not too bad, but as much as some of the sequels are good and some of them most of them are shit, but the original one's always a classic, and that's the end of that.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And before we get it's also fitting because this is a very it's also fitting because this is Linda Hamilton before Terminator.
Yep.
So this is it's always nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. All right. So rules go 3, 2, 1 play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1 play. When we say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, that creepy ass kid on the thumbnail is going to have evil intentions for you.
Well, he kind of got bitched out at the end, if I remember correctly. I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I remember he got
Nice.
bitched out.
Yeah, it's been a while for me, but I remember some of it.
All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
And we are in
Here we
New
go.
World Pictures.
We are rocking. We are rocking it.
Angela's Entertainment Group Incorporated, Investors Productions Inc., Hal Roach Studios, and New World Pictures presents a Gatlin production, which is actually a throwback to the name of the town. Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
I do like this movie because this movie has one of the most freakiest moments I've ever seen in any moment, period. It's just hilarious. It's true.
Yeah.
Children of the Corn is when Linda Hamilton and her boyfriend, whoever she's banging, they're driving along the country road, and then all of a sudden, this kid steps out and they hit it. It's like the way it comes out of fucking nowhere. And it's just so like, whoa, and it's eerie. It's like, look at what did they hit? I love it.
Just like
I love
right
that
out of
scene.
nowhere. It was a cool scene. Grace,
Taylor, Nebraska, 30 years ago. Or 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah, 3 years before everything went to shit. And it's funny because this movie does have a legacy. I mean, especially with how influential some of the stuff got in this movie. I mean, like South Park did a reference of it on one of their episodes. You have a rap group named after this movie, and even a band, Korn, did a song called "Children of the Corn." I remember that.
Yeah. Old school diners.
Oh man, old school diners with the old school waitresses with the same.
Back when you back when you can go get a burger and a shake all for like $2.
Yeah, now it costs about $10 to $15.
Yeah, $15, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get a lot of mom and pop's diners anymore. It's all fucking Subways and coffee stuff like that. Coaster and all that. Oh, there's Malachi.
And it's funny because like Courtney Gaines always that's Courtney Gaines. Like, you know what? It's always funny because like, oh, there he is.
There's old creepy ass Isaac. And can you believe it? Because I never realized this until later on. That dude was 25 when he did this.
Really?
Yeah. Because he's 66 now. He was like in his mid-20s here. Because you see, the reason why he still looks like a kid, for anyone who doesn't know, he had a growth hormone deficiency, which keeps him at a height of 5 foot. Yeah, they're all locking everything up. But yeah, Courtney Gaines, I heard that when he did his audition, part of his audition process was he had to hold somebody as hostage with a knife. And when people saw him at the premiere, people got freaked out by him. His friends got freaked out by him. Even his own parents were unnerved by how he performed in this movie as Malachi. That's how convincing he was.
Mm.
Yeah, they all spiked the damn coffee. Yep. And the madness begins. Yeah, they all got hot. He's got a big ass butcher's knife.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're going in it. They ain't wasting time. And this is all because of eyes. And she's drawing the shit. Another thing I got to say about this movie. Oh no, not that.
Yeah, this escalated very violently, very fast. Like shit got real. Only 2 minutes in.
Yeah, we're jumping right in it.
This is a hell of an opening. This is a hell of an opening. Now, is it just me, or do you think that Isaac here, he kind of looks like a little girl? He kind of has.
He has those kind of qualities with his facial features.
You would think it's a little girl at first.
Yeah. You would think that looking at the facial features, you wouldn't think it was if it wasn't. I gotta say also, the guy who did the music score in this movie, especially here, that is haunting as shit.
I always found that Isaac, when you look at him, he sort of looks like it could be, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I just mean it's how I've always seen it. I always thought Isaac could have been a girl as well. I don't know what it is. There's just something about. I mean, of course, when he starts talking, you can tell he's a boy. Yeah. But there's something about his character. Either he looks like he could be a girl with short hair, potentially. Not that he has any overtly feminine features. He doesn't. But there was always that kind of vibe that I got from it when I was watching this. Or he strikes me as, and you say he was 25 in this?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Damn, yeah, a lot older than a kid.
And I think the reason, like you were pointing out earlier about his features, I think that's why they switched it up in the last movie they did, where the cult leader was actually a girl. An 10-year-old kid, if I remember.
Yeah, it just always struck me as somebody that I could see that. There's a maturity to his looks somehow that strikes as a he's not. But then again, I haven't seen this movie in a bit. Maybe he's supposed to be an adult. I remember him acting like an adult in this movie, but is he supposed to be a kid in this movie?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a kid. Yeah, that's why all the kids are like they are. It's all meant to be these kids. It's got this cult thing going on.
Okay, so he's supposed to be. I'm looking right. His character's supposed to be 13.
Yeah,
he does look it, but there is a level of maturity to him that a 13-year-old doesn't have.
No, absolutely not.
And I've always noticed that.
Yeah, he's like his maturity was on a whole nother level with his character in this movie because of who he was, because of what Isaac is.
Yes,
like he's not like normal kids.
So what's Linda Hamilton doing here? What's Linda Hamilton doing here with Michael Bay?
There are a couple.
He kind of looks like Michael Bay.
He does. He actually does. Yeah.
Can you imagine if that was Michael Bay?
Oh, that would have been crazy if it was.
Been insane.
That would have been crazy. But yeah, the actor is his name is Peter Horton. And he's playing a character called Bert. He's got my surname. Can you believe this? He's 71 right now?
Yeah, I'm calling him Michael Bay in this movie.
Oh, go ahead. You might as well. I mean, he looks like him, so yeah, we can get away with that. Oh, I just read something on the trivia about this movie. It turns out that the budget for this movie was originally 1.3 million, but it got cut down to 800,000 because Stephen King took 500,000 of it.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go driving in the cornfields. What's she singing
You don't
here?
want it. Now, that's an old song. I'll tell you, man, Linda Hamilton was really smoking hot back then.
Yes, she was a good looking woman. She was a good looking woman back then. Yeah, Michael. I remember Michael Bean had a crush on her during the filming of Terminator.
Yeah, he did. And this movie came out 4 months before Terminator.
Yeah, yeah. Linda Hamilton was very attractive. Yeah, not. I mean, looks looks rough now, but back then she was she was very attractive.
Yeah. I think for me, her looking at her peak best was Terminator 2. She was a badass in that one.
Well, everybody's gonna agree that was her peak Terminator.
Oh yeah, I mean in terms of her look and the build and the physique and everything, it was gnarly.
Yep, and this Linda Hamilton is cuddling in bed with Michael Bay here.
That's gonna be a theme for today, folks.
Yes, it will. Get used to it.
Yeah, I mean,
did you watch the TV show in the 80s, Beauty and the Beast with Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman?
I may have seen a few episodes briefly when I was channel surfing, but I am aware of the show, but I never got to watch all of it. I heard it was good though.
The countryside. Yes, if you told me that this movie was filmed in rural Iowa, I would believe it.
Yeah, because this movie was done in Iowa, literally.
Yeah,
in about three or four different states. Yeah, I think I got the locations here. Let me see where they were. It was in some of this film was set in Hornick, Iowa, Whiten, Iowa, Salt Iowa, and Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. So it was in like 3 or 4 different towns. And I don't know why, but when I saw that highway, it just immediately thought the Crazies.
Yeah, another movie also filmed in Iowa. Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that remake too. I heard they're going to be bringing that out in 4K later this year.
Yeah, there's something creepy about stumbling upon a town or a city or something that's just nothing but children, and there's no adults. Like it's creepy. It's like, how do you survive? Like, what's going on? It's very weird.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is why, like, if I'm driving in a car with my friends and we come across a small town, I'm like, I don't know if I want to hang around for too long because we don't know what goes on in these towns sometimes. I mean, it kind of reminds me of another movie that I saw years ago, which has kids in this town and they just kill people. I forgot the bloody name of it, but they did a remake of it not too long ago. If I get the name of it, I'll definitely pull it up. But I think this movie kind of was one of because there was other movies but before this, but this is kind of like a trend of movies where we saw killer kids in films, which was a very, at the time, and I guess in a way you could still say at the time, even now, is kind of a taboo subject for films. The idea of a kid offing people. I mean, look at films like Orphan or The Good Son or Eden Lake, films like that. But yeah, I mean, like, this movie went on to gross, I think, about 14 million, and this is the only movie based on a Stephen King novel that had more than one sequel. Like, literally, there's just 11 films in total. I don't know if there's going to be any more because even though there are some films that in the series that fans like. I mean, you got some people that like this movie. Everybody likes this one. You got some people that love the second one. There are some people that like the third one, but they all have split camps. Like for me, I've not watched all of them. I think in terms of the movies, I only got as far as 6, which is the one where Isaac comes back. And then after that, I kind of fell off it for a bit. Saw that 2009 remake when it was on TV one day, and I thought it was all right. And then that recent one that came out not too long ago. That's the only ones I've seen. So the ones like from 6, so from part 6, I didn't see Revelations, which was number 8. I didn't see Genesis, which was the 8th movie. And after the 2009 remake, there was another one called Runaway. So those are the only ones I've not watched, but I've watched pretty much all the others. Oh, geez. Another thing about the back roads, those radio channels, not many selective stuff.
Yeah, I think this is the scene here when because it's creepy as hell how it.
Yeah,
it's creepy how it was edited, the way how he just appeared on the road. I think it's about to happen here. You're Gatlin.
Well, something happens to him before he goes out in the middle of the road.
Here he comes. It's just creepy as hell.
It's what happens
escaping.
to
He's escaping.
Yeah,
get the hell out of there.
It's what happens to him before he gets on the road. It's what triggers that moment. Damn cornfields, dude. Yeah, I also found out I don't know if it's true or not, but from what I've read on the trivia, they started filming this movie in 1980. Then they kind of went on a hiatus, restarted filming in 1983 of October. Which is kind of surprising when I heard about that. Damn cornfields, man.
Here it comes. Malachi.
There's Malachi. Yep. And we're not talking about Malachi Black either. That's a big ass knife.
That's nice. That's nice. That's classy. We know what's going on. We know. We don't need to see it.
He cut his neck open. Plain and simple.
Yeah, we don't need to see it. We don't need to see it. We know what's going on. Look at the grin on Michael Bay's face.
he's got lucky right now. He's got
GPS. Before GPS, we had the maps. We had the map out like that. Those books that were maps.
Yeah, and if you didn't know how to read a map, then well, you've had it.
It's like at the map, not paying attention to the road.
Holy shit! He got
freaky or what? He's just standing there with his throat slit. It's like,
he just got fucking roadkill.
That's just one of the most freakiest images, man. Like, what the hell, man? God.
And if you pause it, you could see the look of desperation in his face before he got mowed down. You could see it.
What John Candy said on Playing His Automobiles. They don't come back again.
No, they do not. They definitely do not. Oh, he's done, dude. Look at that. He is just twisted up.
Shit.
Keep in mind, folks, kids getting killed in a film, that's another big taboo back in the day.
I love the way how they shot that. And now they're like, what the hell? Because you see, he can tell now that, I'm pretty sure he could tell that the damage that he sustained, we didn't do that. So it's not from the car. He was already like that when they hit him. Yeah, so, like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, he had his neck cut open. So he
looks like Linda Hamilton is sucking on his armpit.
I was thinking
it looks like she's sucking on his armpit.
I was thinking something else, but that's another topic for another day. But yeah.
Because all women likes to. There's always room for women to suck on Michael Bay's armpit.
Yeah, there is that, I guess. I'm just seeing this in the chat box. We got Lou and Philip in the chat box. How you guys doing?
Suck on that armpit.
We'll suck the sweat out of the hairy armpit. I can't believe I just said that, but there you go. Oh man. Oh yeah. I don't know if you caught that novel that was on the dashboard of the car, but that novel is actually a short story that Stephen King wrote, which actually the story is one of the stories that's of this movie. This is kind of technically a short story in that.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
So that was a nice little nod there. I like how subtle this movie can be at times. I mean, you don't have to go all out fucking kill friends. Yeah, it's like it's the whole subtle, like slow burning fear of the mind type stuff, and I like that with this one.
Hey, he's like, look at it. Look, there's a briefcase there. I'm gonna go get it.
I wonder what's in there. There's a see my car's right there, right in the background.
It was a creepier time too, because these type of movies are creepy because this was before cell phones. Like
Yeah,
obviously before the internet, but there was before cell phones. It was just, but it was scary about it too. Is that it's easier for the bad people in the world, like your serial killers, your
yeah,
Dahmers and your Gacy's. You could get away with so much.
yeah. Everything was so undetectable at the time.
And I think not that serial killers don't exist today, but I think it's part of the reason why we haven't seen any, another Dahmer or Gacy or Manson or whatever it is. Really, because a real infamous sort of case that is catches on the news, because it's more difficult to stay elusive today.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I mean, you have credit cards. I mean, there was credit cards back then too. You have credit cards, debit cards, and your social media footprint, your
Yep.
cell phone, your text messages, your cell phone pings off towers and things like that. It's very, very difficult to go off the grid today. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but you have to pretty much live a completely different life. You
Yeah,
would
you
you would
literally.
have to you have to a very different life.
Yeah, like anything that traces you back to your social life, you might as well just leave it all behind. Phones, everything.
Yes. Yes, because we're so reliant on these tools. Because like 30, 35 years ago, not that it wasn't, you know, and of course, you could imagine 35 years ago before that, like go back to the 50s,
Yeah,
how much easier it was then, too. Like there's no
exactly.
DNA. I mean, there was always DNA, but in terms of, but in terms of, oh shit.
Oh, I got to tell you a
But
little story about that. There was a bit in that scene where when you see that kid popping up, the film director told Lyndall Hamilton because of the heat, that's just a mannequin under that duvet. She had no idea that that kid was under there ready to jump her. So
oh, that's
she
great.
was like legit terrified.
That's great. That's great. No, but what I
Yeah,
was saying was that, like back then cops solved crimes with just blood and footprints and all that stuff. And once again, Paul,
yeah,
I just want to say the person that invented DNA is more than likely dead and buried in the desert somewhere.
pretty
Once
much.
that
I would
once
certainly.
that OJ shit happened, okay, I think that's what got him off was DNA. They more than likely killed that white man, beat his ass, left him in the desert. Yeah, invent this, you bastard. But
Wouldn't surprise me if they did, man. But yeah, because of the
yes,
advancement of DNA and technology, now anybody can be good. So if anybody that think, oh, I did this like 3 decades ago, they'll never catch me. Next thing you know, you got a cop knocking on your door.
yes, yeah. DNA was supposed to keep people in jail, not release them.
There's that too.
But then you have DNA, cell phone, social media. It's next to impossible if you do commit crime to at least stay elusive. Because
Yeah,
if you go on a crime spree, it won't last as long because they'll eventually catch you because there's so much more options now to pin you down. It's
yeah.
crazy.
And the trouble is nowadays that some people will actually stream their mass murders going on. I mean, there has been some of that actually happened, you know? Oh my God, Monopoly. You know how much that game used to frustrate me because I could never beat it?
The first game to teach us business sense.
Yeah. I remember one time I had plenty of cash on there, and I made one fucking roll of the dice mistake, and that was it. I was penniless, and I was just like, fuck, when that happens. I was so pissed off. I was like 10 years old. I was so pissed off when it happened. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, Monopoly's a cool game if you can understand the business sides of it. It does teach you that.
But yeah, but I'm always been a big fan of like, you know, like
You've always been a fan of
unsolved
the
mysteries. Like watching episodes of unsolved mysteries is creepy, no doubt.
yeah, definitely. And some of the
There's
movies.
there's just something eerie about something eerie about it.
Well, you should definitely check out if you ever get a chance to watch these documentaries. Definitely check out. There's a documentary we have called "Britain's Most Evil Killers." You'll find that shit very interesting. I'll watch this.
I bet, because there's always been a mystique about them, you know, and yeah, it's like I've always been fascinated by stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like with me, like when it comes to certain documentaries or movies, especially ones that's based on serial killers, I always find them pretty interesting too. I mean, like that Netflix one, Dahmer, was pretty cool. The Snowtown Murders, that's a really good movie about them. And of course, got to put Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer in there.
Mm-hmm.
Easily one of the best movies I've seen about a serial killer. It was just so fucked up what happened in it. And you saw Malachi earlier giving those two kids shit because they were playing Monopoly. Like anything that is part of the outside world, he was pretty much the enforcer. It's like, no, you can't have any of that.
Yeah. What makes Isaac creepy is that he's a man kid. Like he looks like an alien. He looks like he could be from another planet. I don't mean that disrespectful, but I'm just like if you look at his filmography, and maybe I'm wrong, I stand to be corrected. But if you were to look at his filmography, I bet you he's always played eccentric, unusual type of characters.
I'm gonna have a look.
So
I'm gonna have a look. Hang on.
It's because of the way he looks. I mean, that's the business. That's the business, Paul. Like it or hate it, that's the business. You're going to get certain roles because of the way you look. If you're fat and huge, generally speaking, you're going to go on audition to be cast in roles that require fat and huge people. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's how it is. You're not going to cast as James Bond. That's not going to happen.
All right, well, if you look, you've seen profile pictures, what I look like. You've seen all the tattoos I got, and you've seen my body build. What kind of roles you think I'd end up landing? I'd have no problem landing it, but what do you think I'd get?
You'll probably get like a biker. You'll probably get a lot of, if you get cast, if you audition for, you'll probably get cast as a biker somewhere. Maybe a serial killer, but more likely a biker.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Hey, I'm just checking out Courtney. I didn't realize this. That kid that plays Malachi, did you know this? He was one of the Klopeks in the Burbs.
Yep, he was in the Burbs. Yeah,
he was that Hans. Fucking hell, I didn't realize that was him. He was Hans. That creepy ass one that was like beating that body up in the bin.
Yep.
Shit, I didn't realize that was him. He was also in what else was he in here? He was in Memphis Belle. Oh, that's cool. Behind Enemy Lines, which is some straight to video gig.
God, look at those old radios.
I know. Oh wow, he was in Halloween. The Rob Zombie Halloween. Okay.
I don't. A corn on the cob. Oh no, it's corn cross. The corn cross. Okay.
It's a corn.
People should serve that for dinner. At church. A corn on the cob cross.
Yeah, that's a cornifix.
Cornifix.
Yeah. It's a crucifix, but it's a corn as well. So.
Yeah, I don't remember Malachi and Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah, he had a cameo in it. He was playing a character called, let me get his name. He was playing a character called Jack Kendall.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him being in it.
I'll find an image later on and I'll send it to you. So I'll see what he looks like then. Oh yeah, due to budgetary. We'll get to it when he gets, but it involves that dog. But yeah, this guy here, he basically filmed his scene all in one day.
I could imagine.
Well, they only had him for a limited time, and plus, the budget being limited as it was already. I mean, this whole like the creepy town, middle of nowhere, like he's the only adult in the outskirts of that town. I'm, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I'm getting some Phantasm vibes with that town, where everything's all
Yeah,
empty.
I can see that.
Yeah, because Phantasm 1 came out about 5 years after this one. Well, 5 years before this one, I should say. My bad. Yeah, because that came out in 78. Man, anytime I see films of cornfields right now, I just like, yeah, I'm not going there.
Yeah, like I said, there's plenty of cornfields where I live, and yeah.
Another movie that has a creepy ass element in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna say Jeepers Creepers.
That too. Yeah, deals with the back roads, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what other film. There was another film I saw. Came out. I think it came out in 2010, and that was also another film that was set in the cornfield. It was called Husk. Very effective little indie horror film that I saw not too long ago. And this poor dog, man. He's like,
Yeah, I think The Hills Have Eyes was kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, Hills Have Eyes was done in the desert. I think it was done in I think it was done in the California desert, somewhere in Arizona, if I remember right. Oh yeah, speaking of Hills Have Eyes, I found out there's a movie coming out that features Michael Berryman and Dee Wallace in it.
Nice.
I'll probably I'll dig up the news on that when this is all over. Yeah, damn it, dog! You should have never went in there. Nice little visuals there with the cloud. Very simple. Like this is before CGI, folks. It was all done in like that, like composite filming footage. Now, apparently, this original the original outcome of this scene here with the dog, but again, they didn't have the money for it. Instead of seeing a bloody bandana, you were originally going to see the dog's head on the ground. Like, they literally took that dog's head right off. Kind of like how that Rottweiler lost his head on Candyman. That was fucked up. Yep. Hemingford, 19 miles. Gatlin. Fuck going to Gatlin. I'm going to take the Hemingford instead. I'm not going to Gatlin. Get out of here. Right, he's checking that kid's luggage case. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's just basically clothes, a corner fix, and that's about it. They didn't carry a whole lot.
Boring ass kid.
Yep.
No peanut butter jelly sandwiches or nothing.
No, nothing like that at all, dude. I mean, where was he going to go anyway? Like, I mean, even if he did make it to another town, he'd probably end up in some orphanage and somewhere in the system.
Yeah, very, 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 very creepy. Very, very creepy.
Yeah, this is like I said, this is a very slow burning film, but so effective. I think that's where some of these Stephen King based films excel at when it comes to the slow burning side of things.
Definitely. I mean, some of the Stephen King adaptations they're very hit and miss.
Yeah,
I mean, some are good and some are fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking out that new one that's coming out soon called The Long Walk, which is actually based on his very first story. I think that's coming out in September, if I'm right.
We got so right now we got the garage guy here who looks like he should be killed by Michael Myers, and he looks like the overalls from Halloween 6.
I was thinking,
where's Michael Myers when you need him?
Yeah, really, where is he right now? Oh yeah, that's right. He's not here right now because he got fed to a muffin monster machine
in 1984.
More recently. No, actually, during 1984, he was currently in a coma after being blown up in a hospital. and suffering God knows how many degrees of burn pain.
Or his body was never found. They never found his body.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you explain the fact in H2O he had no burns on him? So
Look at that old Chevy. Look at that old Chevy truck.
is that Mater from Cars? Yeah, like I said, he was meant to originally open that up, and you were meant to see the dog's head, not a bloody bandana. But again, they didn't have the budget for it.
Oh, the dog. I thought it was woman's underwear for a second there.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean it like that because there's blood on it. I mean, no. But hang on, Paul. Hang on.
Were you thinking I spit on your grave?
Wait. Hold on. I meant in a more innocent way in terms of when he picked it up, it looked feminine. So I thought, oh, is that like, it had nothing to do with the blood correlation. It was just the way the garment looked.
Right, sure. But yeah, still.
I'm about to say that's something, but it's not. It's the dog.
Yeah. Right. Right now, if I found that and realized that was my dog, dude, I don't care how old that person is. I'm killing someone for killing my dog.
Oh, this is Michael. This is Michael Myers is about to kill him.
Yeah, maybe because you never see who it really is. You can't even tell if that's an adult or not. Because look at that.
Come on, you goddamn son of bitches! Come on, get it! Go get it!
Yeah, I'm like, come in here, I'm like, come and get it, motherfucker. Oh, they're bringing out meat hooks and everything.
I know what you did 40 summers ago.
Yeah, that's coming out.
You might as well call that movie that.
Yeah, wait,
so why are they killing this guy again?
Because he's an adult.
All right, there you go. Simple enough.
He's an outlander as far as they're concerned.
A kill off screen.
Or at least they gave off the impression that he went down fighting.
Why are they doing it off screen? I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
He went out fighting.
But people do complain about that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like in movies nowadays, you will see that guy getting completely torn to shreds. Especially if this was a fucking Terrifier movie.
And one thing I always loved about this movie is that you feel the sense of isolation. Oh yeah, back in this time, again, you didn't have a cell phone in the car. You couldn't make a phone call. You couldn't find out where you were. You literally had to rely on the map and just your natural sense of direction. And of course, it wasn't difficult. I mean, you didn't think you could, it wasn't hard. It was just the norm. It's like all the wonderful things that are going to be incredible in our world, technologically speaking, 30 years from now that we don't even know exists. We're not missing at this moment. We don't care, and
never had that. We never had any of this back then. That type of technology that we got now. Back then, you just had to rely on your sense of direction and your own survival skills if things like really went bad. I mean, imagine if you were camping, right, in the woods, something bad happens, you ain't got no satellite phone to call for help. You have to try and find the nearest ranger's house or something.
Yeah, because I had a friend of mine's kid ask me, oh my God, how'd you survive without cell phones? And it's like, I mean, we had cell phones, we just didn't have them like that because, it was just different.
Yeah. And here's Isaac.
I mean, back then, if you had to make a phone call, you had to be like, hey, let's go make a phone call. So you'd be like, so what you have to do? You have to find a payphone. But it wasn't like, oh, we gotta go find a payphone. It was just, gotta go find a payphone, which was normal. It was just normal back then.
You had to find a payphone, make sure you got plenty of quarters and everything like that, and hopefully you remember the number because you can't find things on speed dial like you can today. Oh, that
back then, this time was just much more difficult. Doesn't he kind of look like? Does he look like he could be a woman with short hair? Don't you think so? Am I crazy? Am I crazy?
No. You're not crazy. I didn't think of it. I didn't think it that far ahead like that before. But now looking at it,
If
I
someone
see your
said to
point.
you he was a female, I would buy it.
It's a cult, Karen.
Oh, cold Karen, that's funny.
I went there. I know.
It's not a knock. It's just the way he looks. But this is definitely a cult. This is definitely a cult environment.
Yeah, they're
And
worshiping.
he is the leader.
Yep, and they're worshiping
hardcore indoctrination.
Yeah, and it's all big, and it's all to worship he who walks behind the rose.
And then of course you have the renegades, the rebels, I should say. You always have the rebels.
Yeah, like these two here.
Yeah.
The blue man, yeah, that's a cop. What you just left for dead for like 3 years. You can tell he's been rotting out there for 3 years. Jeez.
The rebels that go against the orders.
Yeah.
You have the leader and the second in charge, which was Malachi. He's second in charge. But he really wants to be the man. That's what really comes down to. At the end of the day, he's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
it's like Darth Vader and the Empress.
Emperor. he feels that Isaac is too soft with how he deals with things.
What's so funny, Paul? A lot of those kids could kill Isaac, but like any one of those, I mean, maybe not anyone, but most of the older, certainly Malachi, could literally kill Isaac if he wanted to. He's much bigger, he's stronger, he could kill him no problem. But
he could just basically just take a butcher's knife and go for it.
But the emotional and psychological manipulation that does happen in real cults, that's why sometimes you're like, why is this leader so small or tiny? And all these other people, like literally, but it's the charismatic nature of those guys. I look at Charles Manson. Manson was like 5'2", man.
Yeah, I know.
Manson
and don't forget
5'2".
Yeah, and you want to talk about crazy cults? Let's talk about the James Jones cult.
There you go.
And that Heaven's Gate one, just to name a few. There's this one. I remember because I was watching this Netflix documentary about cults, and there was this one cult that's based in Korea. Some of the stuff they do, man, is really fucked up. You have to watch it to see it, man.
Now, Paul, I may sound crazy. I gotta give credit where credit's due here. I hate to say this, but have you heard Charles Manson's records? He's a great singer.
I have heard one of them on YouTube.
He's a great singer. Like I hate to say it, but he was really good. He sounds great. I hate to say it, but he sounds great. He had a lot of talent. He had a lot of talent, and he wanted to work with the Beach Boys. He was trying to get in with the Beach Boys, but they thought he was too fucking weird. They didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, I mean, I
can imagine why. And of course, but he was very, very talented.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if he did end up getting a record deal, things would have been a bit different. I don't know. Maybe I'm just guessing here, but either way, there's no justifying what he did later on. None whatsoever.
Oh, there's Michael about to use the payphone. He's like, "Oh fuck, gotta use the payphone."
Big ass rat on the table.
This rat looks too clean. Like, he literally just came from the pet store.
Yeah, he's a pet store rat. I could tell just looking at him. Because I remember, guys, I used to have one as a pet. You hot ride in the car like that, you little shit.
Who would buy a yellow car like that? Actually, no. I had a cousin that had an older cousin that had that. Had like an 8-track tape in it and everything.
I probably would have a car like that, but probably not at that color. And I just saw a car driving in the background. God damn it.
I missed it. I missed that.
It was way in the back. I saw somebody just driving off, and I'm just like, oh, you just took away the illusion. That's one of my pet peeves when it comes to movies that are in deserted towns, especially zombie flicks. I see something that's completely out of place. I'm just like, yeah, thanks for taking away that illusion, dude. Like, come on, man.
Back when cars had hubcaps.
Yeah, hubcaps and had that 80s look to them. Yeah, that town's got a very it's got a very Silent Hill vibe to it. I'm sorry, but it does. No, you're not going to see anything at the minute because they're playing hide and seek, and if you do find them, they're going to stab you. But again, I just like the way how this movie pans out in the filming and everything. It's really good.
It's a great movie. It's great.
And I like these kind of movies where they're like filmed in deserted towns. This is why I like films that have this kind of setting. It gives off that like something was here, and it's got that like haunting feeling to it. Because when you have a film that's just like there's another fucking car driving in the background, god damn it, get that fucking car out of there, you dick! You see it go by?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Dude, I got a 64-inch TV. I'll see anything on this thing. I literally saw that driving off. Man, but anyway, back to what I was Back to what I was saying. Yeah, like I just like how the photography and just the overall vibe of this movie just looks really good. Which I felt some of those later sequels they somewhat retained, but some of them ended up losing it as we got later on in the series. You know what I mean? And the thing about that recent one that came out not too long ago is that they filmed that, I think, about a couple months before. And actually, no, they filmed it during COVID, and it got released one day in the cinema. I think it was in Sarasota, Florida, and it never got a distribution release on anything until like 3 years after. So nobody. So the world at large never saw the movie until like 2023. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not a complete shit show, but it's probably the closest you get to that kind of feeling that this one gets, but in a modernized feeling. You know what I mean?
These two should just have sex, like right then, right there. Like, just have a full-on sex. Like full-on, like
how you gonna do that?
Full-on hardcore sex right there. It's an awkward scene. All of a sudden, you're like, "What the hell's going on here? Why is this happening now?" But
you can imagine it. You can imagine it.
Great.
Is there anybody around? No, I don't think there's anybody around. What about those kids? Oh, don't worry about them. Let's fuck.
Nice little hand. Camera's probably handheld. Nice little movement.
Right here. It's one of those old 1970 like hand camera things. You remember those little things with like a little trigger handle?
Yep.
Yeah. Probably done on one of those for these kind of scenes where it's like up close and tight. Because again, like I said, the budget was like $800,000. So anything they found, they had to use. So this is like no set studio or nothing. This is all on-site locations.
Yep. Creepy stuff. Creepy stuff.
Very. They're just like, there's just nothing. It's like they're looking around thinking, man, where is everybody? How come there's only kids around? What the hell are we missing here? And remember, folks, nobody saw anything quite like this back in the day.
Well, you kind of just said it. Just a kind of like Phantasm.
Yeah, like I said. But I mean, but the idea though that it's kids that are causing this. Because again, guys, this was like a very newish thing at the time for these kind of films.
No, that was a cute jump scare.
It was not too bad. It was good. And then you got this kid. You don't have to worry about her being afraid. She's seen a lot worse than you right now, dude. Oh, those old vinyl players, those kid ones from back in the day.
I swear, man, you look up Michael Bay. When you look at this guy in the movie, there's a strong resemblance That could be. It's not Michael Bay, folks. I'm just being a dick, but I'm just
Ah,
saying, like, there is a strong resemblance there.
yeah, he definitely has those like physical features. Look at it.
Just let's look up Michael Bay, and then look at this guy. He looks like Michael Bay a lot younger. I'm just saying.
Dead ringer.
Could be his long lost brother. Have the same bone structure. Yeah,
Maybe. Could
I'm just
very
saying.
well be, dude.
I just
Hey,
think.
you never know. Imagine if it turned out to be right. Can you imagine that? That's not true though, but can you imagine if it was?
Yes, exactly. Mm.
Man, that's a nice view, I will admit, but like I'm more of a city dude. I don't think I could do a house in the middle of nowhere like that. And I think it's because I've seen so many movies like this. It's like, yeah, I'm staying in the city, dude. But then again, some of these horror movies, you're not safe in the city either. You could be like,
Yes, and there's a you. That's right. You stay here. I'm gonna find some gas so I can start explosions because I'm Michael Bay.
yeah, find some gas, find some dynamite, then I'll make sure to grab
Dynamite.
the time bomb.
I'm gonna blow up the town because it's what I do best.
Yeah, and I'll see if there's some spare Vaseline around and a condom for later after we've done the explosions. He's probably thinking that in the back of his head. Oh shit, I'm on one right now
When was
today.
when was the first time you watched this movie?
Oh, the first time I saw this movie, believe it or not, my introduction to Children of the Corn was not the first movie. The first Children of the Corn movie I ever watched was the third one when it came out 30 years ago, and then after that, then I started going around to watching the two before it. So it wasn't until like maybe 96 or 97 when I started watching this one for the first time. So
Nice,
that's
nice.
kind of how it went for me. And you want to hear something crazy too? In Children of the Corn 3, Charisse Theron made her first movie in that appearance in that movie. Her debut was Children of the Corn 3.
Yeah, literally start from the very bottom.
Yeah, well, she was a background extra in that film. That was her first like ever acting gig, and then, well, we all saw what she's doing. Then she ended up being Furiosa like 30 years after doing that.
Yeah, I could say something, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'll just say I think she's another one of those Hollywood weirdos.
That is what it is. People have their opinions about things in life, man. That's how it is. That's what makes us human.
I guess. First time I watched this movie, it just randomly came on Sci-Fi,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Children of the Corn? The fuck is Children of the Corn?" You know, and then I watched it, and I was like, "Wait a minute, a movie where kids are the killers? Wow, this
Yep.
sounds interesting." And then I ended up really digging this movie.
Yeah,
Now
same
they
with me.
come
Like,
for the children. You're all going to die.
yeah, that is just creepy as hell, dude. I'm just reading what it said on that window. It said, "He who walks behind the row seeth all." And that's another thing about this as well. The thing that they're praying that they're worshiping, you never truly know what that damn thing looks like.
You want to watch a terrible 80s independent movie?
Oh, go on, name
Watch
one.
have you ever seen Motorhome Massacre?
Yeah, I did.
Terrible. Terrible movie.
I've seen a lot worse than that, though.
There's just certain people where I'm just like, how did this get made?
Hey, anything could be made back in the 80s, man. If it was like a horror movie and if they wanted to like make a buck out of it, that's what would happen. I'm guessing it had somewhat of a cinema run at drive-through theaters and made its money that way, I guess. I mean, some films do that. This looks like I don't know if this is a school or a hospital. Looks like a hospital, doesn't it? There's the bank. Can you imagine just having the whole town? If you were a kid, you had the whole town to yourself.
It doesn't be interesting. And it's not as fun as it sounds. Though.
No, but it'd be a hell of a trip. And you got all that corn shit just growing everywhere. Like you could tell they're really deep into this cult stuff. Interesting painting there in the background. I'm not sure what that's meant to be.
Yeah, that's the old school Jesus photo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The classic photo. Look at the light going through the window.
Great lighting on that.
Obviously supposed to be sunlight, but it's external light. But it's a nice.
It does
effect.
look nice. It is very nice.
They probably shot this at night, to create that illusion.
Yeah, they probably did. Like little subtle moments like that in the photography is what makes some of these scenes stand out too. See, she's trying to be nice to this kid, but then you got Malachi who's just like, nah, fuck this, you're dead. Like he's a straight up enforcer in this movie.
Yeah. Arnold's not gonna do it. If Arnold can't do it, damn it, I'm gonna try. This is before Terminator didn't even exist yet.
5 months before. Oh, this is definitely a PlayStation.
Like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I just saw on the badge it said no false gods.
Look at that carpet.
Oh,
Malachi has arrived. Yeah, she literally looks like Linda Hamilton. I'm not Linda Hamilton. Like she looks like Sarah Connor right there.
She does, yeah. Doesn't have that.
She looks like Linda Hamilton. Like yeah, no shit. No, I meant like she looks like Sarah Connor. I'm sorry.
Man, these crazy motherfuckers, man.
No, Malachi looks like he needs to take a massive shit.
He's
just holding it in for dear life.
He looks like he could murder his shit right now. That was a real axe, by the way, that almost bloody caught her in the face. But it was also
now. Do the kids not understand that they're gonna grow up to be adults? Like how does this work? Or do they know that it's part of the story here?
If I remember correctly, when they reach 18, they sacrifice themselves into the cornfield to he who walks behind the rows.
They sacrifice themselves.
Yeah. So when they hit 18, they're like an offering. You know what I'm saying? They do show that later on in here, if I remember correctly.
Come on, Michael Bay! Figure it out, Michael!
Get some C4 explosives out. Get the slow-mo camera ready. You know what to do.
This scene was filmed at night too. They just lit up the whole street. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yep, there it is. Michael Myers and his family.
Well, now we know what happened to them after the first movie. Now we know what happened. The whole fucking family snapped and just started a cult. That's where they went. They all went here to Gatlin. They're like, oh, Michael Myers killed my sister. All right, we're gonna send him in the house. We're gonna start the whole fucking cult thing while we wait for him to come out. Yeah, that'll work. We'll start the whole cult of Thorn right there. Shit.
Let's sacrifice her. Midsommar Part 2.
That's the plan.
I'm on a roll tonight, goddammit.
Yeah, you're on a roll. I'm on a roll as well, man. Everybody, we're just going for it, innit?
Look at him, Paul. Like, he's not a kid, but he's not a man. He's like He's like a weird. He's like James, I need to stop.
I was gonna make a comparison, but I don't know if I should say it. But who he looks like a little bit.
I'm not a boy. Remember that song?
Yeah. Should I just go ahead and say what he looks like here?
But go ahead.
I'm gonna say it. He looks a little bit like Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, he looks a certain way. Again, not knocking it. It just, I mean, it just, this is the impression I get.
Yes,
And I
that's those
always,
comparisons.
at a very young age, I just remember saying I remember thinking that he could be a kid, but he also could be a woman, like with short hair.
Well, like I said, when I saw this movie when I was a kid, I assumed he was a kid. I had no idea until like later on when I bought the DVD and I was watching the special features documentary. That's when I figured out, oh, dude, this guy's he was in his 20s when he did this. I was like,
Yeah, why is Michael spending so much time with this little girl? Oh wait, because you're trying to figure out where she is. Little girl, where's the girl that looks like Linda Hamilton?
yeah, where's Sarah Connor at?
Linda! Michael's out there. Linda Hamilton! Vicky!
Oh, that's creepy.
He just starts shaking that little girl. Where's Linda?
Snap out of it! Where is she? That is weird as hell, though. That cornfield decides to open up just for him. That is messed up.
I got that stuck in my head now. I'm not a girl. Not yet a girl. All right, I guess if it's Britney Spears, it'd be more nasally sounding, but
yeah, she's lost her head not too long ago, hasn't she?
Yeah, they're lifting her up. Let's sacrifice her.
She's getting cornified.
This is the burning Hamilton, the burning Vic.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
I remember that scene on Sinister 2 where that guy was all strung up in a cornfield and lit up. I remember that. Man, they want her dead, man. Another thing too, if you notice, since this cult took over, even their fashion sense changed. Because you saw what they were wearing initially when they killed all the parents, and now they got this an Amish
look to it.
Yeah, like everything about them, personality is all just changed. There's that painting.
A knife with the handle. The handle of that knife was corn on the cob. Interesting.
Yeah,
I want that. Yeah, he's clearly not cutting himself there, but
no, he's not doing it. He's not cutting himself.
A corn cup.
Spill the blood. That was a Slayer song once upon a time. Almost Dear Gone 19. They were writing something.
Come on, Bert! His name is Bert. That's funny.
Yeah, I know. It's fucked up. He's so fucked up. She was about to spill the blood for him.
You see, Bert can kick the shit out these kids. Like if they didn't have no weapons, Bert would kick the shit out these kids.
Oh, fists will be flying at this point.
But you know what I'm saying? Like these kids are no match. Like he could kick the shit out every single one of these kids.
But he doesn't want to do that because how can you bring yourself to the idea?
Fuck all that.
No, I'm just saying in his position, how do you bring yourself to do that? That's the thing.
Ooh, no, don't get Isaac. Get Malachi.
Get Malachi Black. Shit.
Shit.
I just said that. I know.
You get the idiots. See the reaction. They're like, oh shit, you get Malachi.
Yeah, they're all just like, yeah, business is about to pick up right now. See, now he's questioning.
Back. You little pieces of shit.
Oh, I'll be telling him at this point, back the fuck off. Yeah, see the dates. That if you look at those years on those dates, it's always 18 years.
Yep,
with them.
Only lived to be 19. Wow.
Yeah, if you live beyond that, then
that was like the heart area.
Right in
the right side though. Parts in the middle, you know what I mean.
Yeah, he almost caught his lung there. Looks like he got him in like the in between the arm joint and the pec.
He's running like Michael J. Fox does in Back to the Future. He's running like an 80s guy.
Well, it is the 80s, so it makes perfect sense. Yeah, Michael J. Fox, man, he's been in some fucking classics over the years. You know, Back to the Future, Teen Wolf, The Frighteners. And it's a shame how his health is just caught up with him, man.
Oh, they're all coming now. Now, Paul, this will be a problem. Now this will be a problem. That was a hell of a trip.
Ouch! Took a face plant on that one.
Coming after him. Yeah, now there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them with weapons. Yeah, now this will be a problem. Can you imagine if we had a machine? Can you imagine if we had a machine gun and just unleashed Arnold Schwarzenegger on these kids?
If I found a pump action, if I find a shotgun, heads are getting blown off.
No, Paul. Jesse Ventura with that big gun on Predator.
Oh, fucking! They get torn to shreds, bro. By the way, this is what
time to bleed.
Oh yeah, you got time to duck. This is what South Park was referencing, by the way. If you remember that episode, I think it was on season 4 or 5. It happens.
Yeah, there you go. Get kicked. Yeah, kick. They look. Son of a bitch, want to go? Let's go.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, Malachi?
Yeah, there's just something creepy about coming across a town with just children. Just there's something creepy about it. They have to just eat corn all the time.
Hey, it keeps them going, doesn't it?
Like, what do they wipe their asses with?
The leaves.
I mean, eventually. I mean, and how does the area not know? I mean, I'm overthinking this, but how does the state not know about this town, or does this town even exist? Or is it like the movie In the Mouth of Madness, where he crosses over into other dimension?
Maybe. I've still yet to see that movie, by the way. But yeah, you might be right about that. Because I mean, like, we're in a town. I know it's a small town, but surely the neighboring towns will be wondering, yo, what's going on? How come my relative hasn't come and see me? Or how come one of my friends hasn't come and visit? Like, it's been 3 years since this town fell. So what's going on?
Malachi, his flowing red hair.
Yep. Rocking the combat boots that Michael Myers has. And this is the way this movie is done is so good.
It's well paced out. Really good. It's really good.
And we only got 26 minutes of the movie left already. Right, he kneecapped him. Straight up kneecapped. And then he runs right at Oh, you idiot. What are you doing?
It was funny though, but it didn't look remotely real.
Moment, but come on, dude.
That's great.
He got kneecapped. He is pissed off right now.
Malachi dies in this movie, right?
I think so, yeah. There's those 2 kids again, the ones at the rebels.
Job. What the hell is that? Testament names.
What the hell is that vest he's wearing made of? Looks like it's made out of a bloody hay sack. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Good observation.
Oh, creepy ass sellers. When I think of creepy ass sellers, I'm thinking Night of the Dead and Evil Dead all rolled into one here. I see a book made of human flesh and inked in blood. I am out. Look at this. Now you got this extra part of the basement. No, I'm not going down there. Forget it. Oh, he's got nice supplies, though. I'll give him that. That's cool. First aid kit and all. Yeah, see where he got stabbed? He got stabbed right in between the shoulder joint and the pectoral. He's lucky it didn't go further in the armpit direction, because if that stabbed his femoral artery, he would have been fucked. Would have bled out in about 2 minutes flat.
That little girl. That little girl's so cute.
She is, I will admit. Yeah,
she's adorable.
I mean, these are nice kids right here. I mean, these are the 2 nicest kids in this film, but the other kids, man, they just want them dead. You see, like they don't like the life they're living right now, but what can they do? Poor Linda, poor Sarah Connor.
I swear to God, this looks like a vice principal in your high school right here.
He can't afford it.
Mrs. Isaac.
But I don't remember vice principals carrying big butcher knives though.
He's like the vice principal, Mrs. Isaac. How tall is Malachi? He's got like what, 6'9"?
He's got to be about my height. He's about roughly.
He's freaking out. He can totally take down Isaac. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like because Isaac is 5 foot. Malachi's got to be about at least 5'10" or 5'11", because I know I'm about 6 foot. So he's about roughly my height.
I'll tell you, Paul, this looks like. See? It's all about.
See, there's a power struggle now. Here we go.
Being in a cult is all about brainwashing, and it's about psychological manipulation and brainwash, and very rarely do cult leaders. Very rarely does cult leaders
get overthrown.
Well, it's not that they have a physical advantage over people, but they can easily manipulate somebody. It's much different than that.
It's all about playing head games and how you play it.
Yes.
We have your woman.
She still lives.
Man.
So Linda Hammer goes from this to Terminator. Wow. She had a good year.
Yeah.
She's so young here.
I know. She must have been about like 20 something here. I mean, I bet she never imagined that after being in this movie, she'd end up being in a movie that is considered a timeless classic, like in Terminator. Oh, and it's funny how that cut on her face has just mysteriously vanished now. Just saying. See it?
Yeah. Yeah, she had to be like, she had to be. Yeah, I just looked it up. She was about 27 here.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, she looks good. She looks good. Just like I said, she hates you. Like I said, she looks rough now, but back then she was a good looking woman. Good looking woman.
You know, when you're on medication for like bipolar and mental health issues and everything like that, you know, stuff like that will do that to you, unfortunately.
Don't they adopt these kids at the end of this movie, if I remember correctly?
I think so, but I know that the ending to this movie was more upbeat compared to what the book had. The ending on the book was a lot more darker. The end. Shall I tell you what happened in the original ends?
Not yet.
I'll wait until we get there.
The little girl looks like she could be in a cult, though.
They all can, looking at this lot. See that nice little pentagram? Well, it's upside. It's not in the right direction. It's not upside down, but he's getting ready to sacrifice. Oh, shut up, Isaac.
The way he's moving.
Yeah, and he's like, Malachi, you get me? He sounds like Cartman right now. He really does.
It's like the principal at your school.
Yeah, just close your eyes.
I don't mean any disrespect, but just like in this movie, it's just fucking hilarious to me.
I know. But I'm just saying, if you close your eyes and listen to him screaming, he sounds like Cartman at that point.
Have you ever been to a ghost town, like a legit, like deserted town?
Yes, there is one that's actually not far from where I live. I've been there.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. There's plenty of them in Iowa. I just never been to. I bet it's cool, but very weird because you got to think about. I'm pretty sure you got to think about like what the fuck happened in this town where it's like gone.
Yeah, and also who occupies it now, especially if you got people that's homeless or anything else. You never know. You truly never know. But yeah, there is like one or two abandoned towns that's scattered around England. I know that we had a few, because when we had the back in 1984, we had a big, massive miners' strike. The miners lost the strike, and we lost all of our mines because the Tory government at the time shut them all down, assholes. And unfortunately, some of those mining towns have become like little straight up ghost towns. Like nobody's there anymore. So we got a few of them around up in North Yorkshire parts of England, yeah. And there is one that's not far from where I am, which I've actually been to, and it's not somewhere I like exploring places like that, but it's not somewhere I'd want to stay for the night. Put it that way. Not on my own anyway.
Oh, I bet.
Because if anything happens, no one's gonna know you were there.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
We even in my town alone, we have a couple of like abandoned like forts and tunnel places that were built in parts of Plymouth. And I've actually explored some of them, and some of them go really fucking deep, bro. Like some of them are even flooded. I mean, there's a few YouTube videos I can show you. I'll post you some of the ones that I've seen that are in my town. You'd be surprised just how fucking deep some of these places go, man. You'd be very surprised. I'll give them to you after this movie. Well, here we go.
Will somebody get Mrs. Isaac down?
Well, that kid is about to walk into the cornfield and sacrifice himself to he who walks behind the rose. Wait, was that a graboid? Was that a graboid in the ground then?
I totally missed it.
You look at the ground moving, and I thought to myself, "Oh shit!" Now
what the fuck is that?
It's a fucking graboid. It has to be.
Yeah, it's Tremors.
Yeah. Well, it got that kid.
Yeah, this is the prequel. This is the prequel to Tremors. Like, what the hell?
I'm sorry, but
I think he's dressed nice though. He's dressed for the occasion. I'll give him that. He's sharp.
He's dressed for his funeral.
Ooh, look at those 84 effects.
That must be the entity of he who walks behind the rose.
Attack of the YouTube compression.
Oh,
I love red. This. Look at that.
That's a hell of a scream, and then bombs away. He went off like a fucking firework. Nice shoulder tackle.
Yeah, you're nothing without your tools. You're nothing without your tools.
Yeah, kick his ass. He's got his machete. Go on.
What you gonna do now?
What you gonna do, bitch? Yeah, what you gonna do?
Run, Lindo!
Run up. Do something.
He's trying to bring him over. He's trying to deprogram them. It's not gonna work. Look at these ugly ass women. I mean, that's why they're a cast. Let's be honest. I called them ugly, but okay, maybe homely. Let's just say that. That's a PC word. They all look like they could. I don't know.
They definitely.
The guys look the same way.
They definitely look like they just stepped out of a cult. Literally. Ooh,
you don't usually see models in cults.
No, true that.
I'm sure I'll get nasty emails about that. Yeah, probably. write to me at timsjames4@gmail.com.
Dude, don't do
I want to take it off the air. You know, that's how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
He's beating the shit out of this child.
Oh, he's
smacking him around. Yeah. That's what you gotta do. Like, that's what you gotta do.
18. Yeah, he was technically 18. I think he was about 20 when he did this. Or was he 18? I don't remember.
Look at the natural breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be chilly.
Nowadays, it's all CG. Well, they did film this in October.
That's right. He didn't kill him. He should have killed him.
I probably would have if I was in that situation. It's me or them.
Fine! I've said my piece.
I like this bit.
Oh.
Malachi!
Yes!
He wants
the return of Isaac.
I just love that.
That's great.
Sounds like Freddy Krueger.
Almost like a here comes. He looks more like a child here in the makeup than he did before.
Yeah,
Like
fair point.
he looks more like a kid. He looks more like a
Ooh.
kid than he did before.
Yeah, I did.
Ironically enough.
Oh, he got him.
The strength. He must have some serious strength.
He snapped his neck like a twig. nice thunder effects. Even if it is 80s, it still looks good.
This is great. There's
Definitely.
a storm coming.
It's Twister.
It's Twister. It's the beginning of Twister.
Bill, it's coming. It's headed straight for us. It's already here. Everybody get down now. First movie's good.
The beginning of Twister is the end of Children of the Corn. That is hilarious.
Yeah, you could be right about that. I did like the sequel they brought out recently too. I thought it was all right.
Haven't seen it yet.
Definitely worth a watch. Could probably, we have we done disaster movies on our episodes at some point? I don't think we have. Could be an idea.
No, I don't think so.
I got a couple of disaster movies in mind.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do. If you're thinking of disaster movies, name a disaster movie that really stood out.
Before we get to that, but this is a very religious movie. A lot of religious subtext.
Yeah, I was thinking that too because I mean, it's definitely in there.
Like anytime you deal with a cult, like there's many types of cults. Like not all cults are religious cults, but the stereotypes. I mean,
yeah. I mean, they
wouldn't be called a cult, but
the only other film I can think of that has that religious undertone of a cult would be that Silent Hill movie.
It's just that when you hear the word cult, it just has that association of,
good and evil,
like
God and the devil.
Like the Waco group and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even I want to live off the grid, Yeah,
those kind of people. I mean, there was this one movie I watched not too long ago. It was like a found footage movie. It was called The Sacrament, which was directed by Ty West and produced by Eli Roth. And when I watched it, it was some heavy comparisons to that Jim Jones cult. Heavily compared.
Yep.
Yeah. If you've not seen that one, folks, and if you've not seen that one, James, I would say check it out. It is a good film.
Okay.
I've got it on Blu-ray. Maybe I might consider it as a future episode at some point. Oh, we got some, but they're making themselves a few bottles of Molly. That's Molotov cocktails for anyone who doesn't know. I just call it a bottle of Molly for short. Yes, Lou, he did have a machete.
Yep. Hey guys, he just wanted his machete back.
Yeah, even though it was Danny Trejo, he wants his machete back. Another good movie. So the aim here, then, they're going to have to burn that cornfield because that's where that thing gets its power from. Good luck burning that shit down, though. Because I mean, think about it. You're deep in that cornfield, and you got whatever the bloody hell is in there. Well, we know what it is. Now the corn's
the corn has come alive. The corn has literally come alive. Like it's literally alive, attacking Michael Bay.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I remember there was this one death scene. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there was this one death scene. I think it was on Children of the Corn 3, and the way that cornfield kills the dude is just fucking brutal, dude.
Can you just imagine Paul, somebody tuning in and saying, like, Michael Bay, the fuck are you talking about?
Yes. For anyone who's, I'm just going to clarify, folks. For anyone here who's just tuned in, yes, we are watching the 1984 Children of the Corn, and the reason why we're saying about Michael Bay is because the main actor has some striking resemblances to Michael Bay. There you go. Is it Michael Bay or is it his doppelganger? You be the judge. Oh man. Be careful what you do with that gasoline, because the last thing you want to do is light yourself up. Although you'll be able to light the cornfield up with it.
Man, I'm Michael Bay. I've been doing this for 30 years. Don't tell me how to set shit on fire.
Dude, your career just started at this point. You didn't do it. You didn't direct any movies just yet. This is where you got your training. I can't believe I just said that, but there you go.
I'm just preparing for Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys, The Rock. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I remember this now. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me now.
That's a killer cloud. That must have been that chili I had. That's the fart I let out.
Oh Lord.
It's toxic and explosive and deadly, and it will take over the world if you're
not
careful.
Look at these effects, Paul. Look at these effects. It's 80s as fuck, but I love it. It's awesome.
It still looks good. That's, for something that came out in the 80s, it still looks good. Nowadays,
it kind of holds up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite as holding up as it would now, but I mean, it still looks good for its time. And I've seen a lot worse effects than that with that kind of cloud in films.
Yeah, he just threw it. Oh, Michael Bay, bitches!
It didn't blow up, you idiot!
No, oh shit!
Idiot, get back out there and do it again.
Kid's going. No, kid, no!
Dude, that's a fucking graboid. No. You're either gonna die by a graboid or you're gonna die from
here comes the graboid.
Gas I left. Kid, run. Now get it right this time. Careful though, my fart gas is combustible. Now throw it. It's gone. Throw it.
This is for Kevin Bacon, you asshole.
Hey, it worked, didn't it? Wow. They blew the shit out of that. They must have put a stick of dynamite there. Or a flamethrower. Pick one.
Oh, she looks so scared.
I don't blame her.
I just want to hug her. She's so adorable, that little girl.
Yeah. She's probably about my age now.
Yeah, it's probably like 40, 45.
Wonder if she's still
there. They are. Now look at that. The entire cornfields have gone up in flames.
Yeah, it's gone.
Come on, maybe light my cornfield.
God, not that old school explosion sound effect. It's been a while since I've heard that one.
See, that's the epic Michael Bay explosions that he loves.
Yeah.
Look at those effects. That's amazing.
That ain't too bad. I like that.
That's literally animation. That's animation.
Look at that face. See that face in there, dude? See, that's cool right there.
That's some early 80s
animation. It's so good, though.
Now, I wonder what happened.
Oh, the original
that fire's gonna spread. Yeah, you just leave it.
Yeah, just let it burn. Let it burn. You don't want to trace it, any of this showing up. But yeah, like I said, the ending they chose here was more upbeat compared to what the book was. I'm just gonna read up the trivia on it, so make sure I got this right. Give me a second. I'll tell you what the original ending was. Yeah, the original ending was much more upbeat because apparently Linda Hamilton's character does get killed on that crucifix. That was the original ending of the story. Vicky was killed by the children. She joined the blue man on the couch. She had her eyes cut out, dude. They cut her eyes out.
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah, don't
so
do that.
That was going to be the original ending, just like the book. But the studios were like, no, we can't do that. We have to have an upbeat ending. Because you remember, folks, back in the day, if you try to have a movie with an with a downbeat ending, people would hate you for it. Nowadays, we have movies where you can get away with a downbeat ending, and a good example.
Oh shit! It's not over. It's not over.
Oh, she's got a sickle ready.
Oh, he's so lucky.
He's lucky he saw that coming.
Oh shit!
Knockout, KO.
You see, I'd be getting the fuck out of there. She's knocked out. Listen, stop talking, being jovial. Let's just get out of here.
Dude, I'm sticking a sickle in her before I leave because I don't want her catching anybody else that runs across that town. The end.
Now, that's it. That's the ending. Now, how epic would that have been, Paul? If at the end of the movie, the lady in the back seat murders Bert, lights a match, the entire car explodes with the children in the Hamilton as collateral damage, and that's the end of the movie. Can you imagine?
Well, I told you that was one of the original endings they had in the book. Yeah, one of the original endings was that Linda Hamilton's character was dead.
The only thing that'd be alive would be the corn. Well, even corn will be dead.
Well, like I said in that recent movie, nothing ever truly dies in the corn.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Children of the Corn, 1984. This movie is amazing. Really good. Haven't seen it in a while. That was really good. That was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, Paul, what'd you think?
I thought it's a classic. I mean, I know we had like plenty of sequels, but even though some of the sequels are good, you cannot beat this original movie. This original movie still, even after 41 years, it's still a classic, and you can see why. Everything about it, the essence, the tone, the vibe, just, it was all top notch. It had that eerie suspense to it. The cast did a good job. I mean, the guy that played Michael Bay, aka Bert, he was pretty good in there. The kids put on a stellar performance. I mean, especially the dude that played Isaac, and of course, Courtney Gaines as Malachi. He was very intimidating in this movie. So, and the thing is, a sequel, no one got to see another sequel again until 10 years later. So part 2 didn't come out until 1992, dude. But again, as much as some of those sequels are enjoyable to watch, I'll say it again, you can never beat the original film. There's a reason why people talk about this movie more out of all the others, and it's not hard to see why.
I've always enjoyed this music.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing as well. I got to put it out there. The music score in this movie was top notch too. I mean, who's the guy that did the music for this? Give me a second. Hang on. I'm giving him a shout out. Shout out to Jonathan Elias, who did the music for this.
Nice.
What's he done? I'm going to see what he did. Oh, listen to this. He did the music trailers for Blade Runner and Back to the Future. He designed the trailer music for it. But what has he done music-wise for films? Let me see. Oh, he did the music score for that Charlie Chaplin biopic, Rude Awakening. He did the music for that. He did the music for that Children of the Corn movie that you watched, the 2009 TV remake.
Nice.
He did Jagged Edge. He did Vamp, which is a vampire horror comedy from the 80s. And, oh dear, he did Leprechaun 2 as well.
All right, and on that note, Paul, we're going to get ready for your movie news because we're going to have to... Yeah, we got to go pretty quickly because I got to get going here soon. But before we do that, Paul, as you prepare, we're going to hear since this is a very religious movie, and for all you, even though that she did not die, but she clearly did come off having a night of sexual relations with Michael Bay, and but it's not that. But she probably more than likely had a sex demon inside of her, and Malachi tried to get it out, but it did not happen. But yeah, here's for all you people that have sex demons, well, you need to get it out. Paul, we'll be right back for movie news. Here we go.
All right.
Look that demo. Look that demo. Look, oral sex. Oral sex demo. You see oral sex? Look, oral sex. Look. You oral sex. Use oral sex. Let that sperm of that man out. Out, you demo. Out. Let go.
Delivered me to something about then. A demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth. And then he came again and he slept with me last week, and I told the pastor that I need deliverance again. And since then my private part has been itching.
You've been itching?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Speak. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Look at that demo. 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 Who are you? Who are you? Speak. Speak out. Who are you? Who are you? Jesus. You demon can help you. Yeah. Come on from the private part. You leave on private part. Leave one in the private part. Watch what happens. Fire! 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 Come out from the private. Come out from the private. Come out from the private. Come out. Out. From the private. Go. Oh, come on, somebody. After I spray with the water, after I spray, something came out white. Put your hands together. Hallelujah. May your healing and deliverance be permanent in Jesus' name.
Well, at least she got laid. But anyway, movie news. Right. We got something here involving that Jason universe.
I am a piece of shit. I know. Go ahead.
Moving on. We got some news here involving the Jason universe that's been going on. We got a short film that's coming out called Sweet Revenge, which is a Jason Voorhees short film directed by Mike P. Nelson. Now, if anybody doesn't know who Mike P. Nelson is, this is the guy who did movies like The Domestics, which is like a post-apocalyptic version of The Purge. He did that crappy Wrong Turn reboot that came out not too long ago. And just recently, he just finished directing the reboot of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Don't know much about this short film that's happening, but it's all part of the 40th anniversary stuff that's been going on, which is part of this Jason Voorhees universe that's going to be taking shape in the form of NCA toys, Halloween Horror Night attractions, potential movies and short films, and of course that TV series at Crystal Lake's coming out. So stuff is starting to unfold right now when it comes to the return of Jason Voorhees. They're literally trying to find ways to bring him back in a big way and keep him relevant in all forms of media. So will I check out the short film? I might do. It all depends on if it gets released for free on YouTube or not. So that's something we're going to have to wait and see on. Let's see what we got here. More news. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, there's this film that's coming out called Water Rights, which is going to feature a reunion of Michael Berryman and Dee Wallace. And for anyone who doesn't know who Michael Berryman and Dee Wallace was in, they were last seen together on a movie called Hills Have Eyes. This movie is the film follows the story of James and Kate, a young couple taking a break from their lives in Los Angeles by spending a summer at a secluded lakefront community nested high in the San Bernardino Mountains. However, after unwittingly uncovering something that the locals had in secret, the couple's idyllic retreat turns into something neither of them can return from. So this sounds more like this actually sounds like some kind of psychological horror, kind of like a slasher vibe to it. Like they're hiding some stuff. That might be worth checking out. Like I said, the movie's called Water Rights. They got a first look for it. It probably might get shown at the Fright Fest Horror Festival here in London in August. That's the thing as well. I need to look at the lineup for that, but I'll probably do that next week because I haven't quite got the details on that at the minute. What else we got here? Let's see. I saw something here earlier about that new version of them. Yeah, here we go. Lee Cronin's The Mummy wraps up filming ahead of its April 2026 release. Now, if anyone doesn't know, yes, there's going to be a brand new Mummy film coming out, which is being produced by Atomic Monster, which is James Wan and Blumhouse's outfit, and it's being directed by Lee Cronin, and the last film he did was Evil Dead Rise, which again was a pretty solid entry in the series. So let me just read what it says here. Cronin has promised that it'll be unlike any of the Mummy movies before. So this one, you remember the one that Brendan Fraser was in? I remember those two movies. Three movies. They were actually really good. Then they had that crappy fucking reboot that Tom Cruise was in. This one's going to be more of a hard-edge R-rated Mummy film, which again, because it's produced by James Wan and Atomic Monster, and you got Lee Cronin involved in producing it. The movie's going to be starring Jack Rayner, Lisa Costa, May Callumway, Veronica Falcon, May Elty, and Natalie Grace. So there's a few known names in this, and again, like I said, it's being produced by Blumhouse Atomic Monster. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for. That's going to be dropping in April, but it's nice to see that they managed to finish filming ahead of its schedule, because some of these films usually either behind schedule or they finish close at the time and then they have to delay it for like months. So that's going to be dropping in April for anyone who wants to get a ganders of that. Oh, hello. Now here's something you might find interesting. James, you've heard of a TV series called The Stand, haven't you? You know, that post-apocalyptic miniseries that came out in the 90s, but they ended up doing a 2020 reboot, which had that Amber Heard in it. Your mic's off, by the way, James, if you want to talk about that a little bit. But you've heard of that miniseries, The Stand, yeah? Well, according to Bloody Disgusting, it turns out that that miniseries based on Stephen King's post-apocalyptic novel, The Stand, is now going to be getting a big screen movie treatment for the very first time. It's going to be directed by Doug Liman, who, for anyone who doesn't know, he did the Bourne Identity movie. He did that sci-fi movie that Tom Cruise is in called Edge of Tomorrow. And most recently, he did that remake of Roadhouse, which, I'm sorry, but that Roadhouse remake was shit. But he's currently attached to directing it. The outer note says the project does not have a script. However, development may take some time as Lehman and his studio window King's novel, which runs at 1,153 pages. Shit. So how much of this book is gonna be in a movie? Because the one thing about that miniseries is that it's was cut into like 3 episodes. I remember on the original 1994 series. I actually have the original miniseries on Blu-ray, which I'm probably going to watch this weekend because it's been a while since I've seen it. But for anyone who doesn't know what the story is about, The Stand is Stephen King's vision of a world decimated by a plague and embroiled in an elemental struggle between good and evil. The fate of mankind rests on the frail shoulders of a 108-year-old mother, Abigail, and a handful of survivors. Their worst nightmares are embroidered in a man with a lethal smile and unspeakable powers. But that novel originally came out in 1978, and like I said earlier, it was turned into a miniseries back in 1994, and then they made another miniseries out of it in 2020, which, even though I actually have that miniseries on DVD, I have still yet to watch it. It's been sitting in my collection for a while, but I'm going to watch the original miniseries first, and then Probably end up watching that one before this movie comes out. So there's no release date yet on when this movie's going to get released, because again, it's only just been announced and we've only got one director's name attached to it. So that's probably going to be out sometime, maybe in about a few years. I don't know when, but something to keep an eye out for. Hey, Chaz, what's going on? Sorry I'm late. He was checking out a movie called, oh yeah, that Clown in the Cornfield movie. I actually want to see that. I've heard some good things about that. It was actually produced by the guy who did the Smile movies as well. I think that'll probably be on Shudder later this month, so I'll probably end up renting it, and then I'll let you know what I think of that movie. All right, next bit of news. What do we got going on here? I gotta go back again. There was another one I saw. Hang on. What do we got? I know I saw it here. We got the stand. Yeah. We got some news when it comes to the next 28 Years Later movie, which is called The Bone Temple. That's going to be releasing on the 16th of January, which ironically enough is 28 weeks from now. See what they did there? But anyway, here's what we know about this sequel that's coming. As you guys know or don't know, they shot the first 28 Years movie and The Bone Temple. They shot them both at the same time, back to back. So they released the first one first about a week ago, which was 28 Years Later, which so far that movie has currently made that's made about 68 million at the box office already. So it made its budget back, but in order to break even, it has to make about at least 120 million at the box office at least. But yeah, that recent movie that came out, 28 Years, even though it got a lot of good reviews from the actual critics, but when it comes to people who've seen it like me, the movie has become very divisive. You got some people that enjoyed the movie, and you got some people that just flat out fucking hate it because it was nothing like the other two. Me, where do I stand in it? I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was not what I expected it to be. So when we eventually get around to watching it as a watch-along episode, got a little bit of concern on that one, because either James will enjoy it or you'll probably end up hating it. Me, like I said, I enjoyed it, but it was not what I was expecting. So I'm a little bit in the middle with that one. But yeah, the next one that's coming out, that's going to be dropping on the 16th of January. And they still don't know if the third movie of that trilogy is going to happen or not. It all depends on how successful this movie goes and how the next one goes when that eventually gets released. The next one's going to be directed by Nia DaCosta, who did movies like Candyman and The Marvels. And even, like I said, even though she's directing it, she's not involved in the producing or the writing of it. Danny Boyle and Alex Garland are still going to be involved in the writing and producing of it. And the other rumor I've heard is if the third movie of that trilogy does happen, the rumor is Danny Boyle is going to be back to direct that one too. So again, we're going to have to wait and see on how that one goes. There's a couple other movie trailers I've seen here. What do we got? Yeah, we got a new movie coming out called Strange Harvest, which is it looks like a found footage killer slasher movie, and it's being directed by the guys who did the Grave Encounter movies. If you guys have not seen the trailer for that, definitely check it out. That movie's going to be hitting the theaters on the 8th of August. I don't know if it's going to get a UK cinema release or not. I'll have to wait and see on that one. But so far, it's been rated R for disturbing, grisly, violent content and language. I've seen the trailer for it, and it does look interesting. Like I said, it's a found footage movie, but it has like this whole slasher movie supernatural element to it. So I'm actually intrigued to see how that one's going to turn out. So that's going to be dropping on the 8th of August. Hello, we got some here. How many of you guys seen a movie called The Collector? And I know James has probably heard of that one. I'm sure he's heard of The Collector. And I'm sure some of you guys in the chat box, you remember that film, right? The Collector. Then you had that sequel called The Collection. And not too long ago, there was actually talk of a sequel coming out called The Collected, which was going to be the third movie in the Collector series. But it ran into a couple of like snags with legal issues and all that other shit. Well, apparently, from what I've been reading, that situation has been cleared up, and filming for the third Collector movie is going to happen. The two writers and directors who directed the previous two movies, who are also known for doing the later Saw sequels, they're going to be back on board writing and directing it. So I'm not sure when the release date of that is going to be, but we are going to be getting a third Collector movie. So that's going to be something I'm interested in seeing. No release date as of yet, because they're going to be doing some filming on that. So we're just going to have to wait and see. And also, for more trailer news, I'm sure you guys have caught on about this, but we got Chapter 2 of The Strangers coming out. Because as you guys know, Rennie Harlin has done a reboot, but has cut it into like a 3-part trilogy. About a year or two ago, they released Chapter 1 of his version of The Strangers, which, from what I understand, a lot of people did not go much on that Strangers reboot. I think I might have seen it once when it was on Amazon Prime, and I remember being like kind of not quite as impressed as I thought I would be with it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it could have been better in my opinion. Well, anyway, they just dropped the trailer for the sequel.
I like Strangers Pray at Night. I actually thought it was a good little slasher film.
Yeah, that Strangers Pray at Night sequel was good, but that recent one, that Chapter 1, which is this planned like trilogy, they just dropped the trailer for Chapter 2.
I heard that was a major disappointment.
Yeah, that one, it could have been better. I mean, I watched it. It was all right, but it could have been better. Now, when I saw the trailer for this Chapter 2 that's coming out, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it, it's in a hospital, and I was right away thinking Halloween 2. The similarities are there, dude. If you watch that trailer for it, it feels like Halloween 2 with the hospital stuff. But yeah, Strangers Chapter 2 is going to be dropping on the 26th of September. If you guys want to see the trailer for that, it is available on YouTube right now. Once again, it's being directed by Rennie Harlin. That's gonna. So I don't know. I have my opinions about it, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, if you guys want to see a decent Stranger movies, definitely check out the original 2, the one that came out in 2008, and of course the Pray at Night one, which came out like 10 years later. So that's definitely worth a gander as well. What else we got here? I'm literally skimming this news. But yeah, like I said, we got a movie version of Stephen King's The Stand coming. I'm actually tempted to watch that TV series right now because I've got them both here. Yeah, Strangers Chapter 2. They released a second trailer for that movie that's coming out called Weapons. That's getting more weirder and weirder from what I've been seeing about it so far. So I'm actually like kind of intrigued to see how that one's gonna go. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Rocky Horror Picture Show is going to have a tour with the film for its 50th anniversary. Man, has it been 50 years already? Fucking hell. 50 years since Rocky Horror, 50 years since Jaws. Yeah. Got some shit there to look out for. All right, one more bit of news, and then we'll start picking out what we're going to be watching next. Yeah, everybody's been talking about that new Toxic Avenger movie. They just recently released the Red Band trailer for it. I got to see it, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. This is one of those kind of movies, man, where you're definitely gonna have some fun watching. It's guaranteed to make people laugh. It probably might end up offending people because, after all, this is a trauma movie. So, anybody who's ever seen a trauma movie will know what to expect. If you've seen films like Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High, Sergeant Kabuki Man, Trauma's War, the original Mother's Day, then you know what kind of movie this is going to be. But it's got a very interesting cast of characters. I mean, you got Peter Dinklage playing the Toxic Avenger. Elijah Wood is in it. Kevin Bacon is the villain. So yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be one of those crazy, fucking out there type of movies, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that when it drops on the 29th of August. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely do it. But my advice for you folks, just to get you prepared for what kind of movie you're gonna see, because it is a trauma movie, definitely check out the original Toxic Avenger movie, which is on Shudder or Amazon Prime, or if you don't have that, just watch it on YouTube because the whole movie's there to watch on YouTube as well. So it's definitely worth a ganders. So yeah, that's my movie news for the week.
Fascinating. Great job as always on that, Paul. And okay, and then we're going to take another quick commercial break and then we're gonna get started with our picks for next week. So we'll we'll be right back.
I feel the rain. 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 It's raining all over me. I'm moist. I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am. Rain all over me. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. Yes, I am. I'm saturated. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm damp. I'm damp. I'm damp. I'm damp. Lord, I'm damp. I'm damp. Oh Lord, damp. I'm damp. I'm even wet. Wet. Wet all over for you, Lord. Wet. Lord, I'm wet. Wet. Will you open the floodgates? Sing! Open the floodgates.
If you don't get your gay ass off that microphone. But anyway,
I don't think I can say what kind of rain it is. He's imagining. I don't think I can say it here.
Yeah, listen. Okay, Paul. Just let you know about us black people. We just let anybody in the goddamn church nowadays. But anyway,
yeah.
So Paul, what do you have for us for next week?
Well, seeing that it's been a very long time since any of us have watched a vampire movie, we've only watched one of them, and that's The Lost Boys. So my next pick, folks, is a 2010 post-apocalyptic vampire movie, which not a lot of people talk about very much, but I remember being fortunate enough to see it in the cinema when it first came out. And James has never seen this one before, and James has never heard of this one before until I mentioned it. So keep this in mind, folks. This type of movie, or this type of theme about post-apocalyptic vampires, this is 4 years before The Strain was even a thing. So this will be an interesting one. My next pick, folks, is the 2010 post-apocalyptic vampire movie, Stakeland. What have you got?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just keep me 1 second. Okay. All right. The film I got next. This is gonna be a sequel. This is gonna be a sequel to a movie that we already did. A movie I really a sequel to a movie I really enjoy, and this one is not too bad. This one is not too bad, and we're gonna go again. I mean, the first is better, but the sequel is actually not that bad, and it's going to be The Conjuring 2.
Oh, thank God I got the trilogy here on Blu-ray then, eh? Conjuring 2. Well, we might as well, because, you know, the fourth one's coming out in September, so it makes sense that we should get ready for that one.
Yes. The Conjuring 2. So that's definitely next up on my list. All right. So Paul, go ahead and tell the fine folks where they can find you.
All right. Well, if you're on Facebook, guys, type in Paul Burt's Photography Corner. A lot of good photos in there. There's going to be a couple more coming up throughout the whole summer. We got a couple of metal gigs coming up. Couple of events that I might be checking out. I know there's a there's an armed forces event happening. I might do that. I heard rumors there might be a Pride March. I might as well take some photos of that event because, document these kind of things as a photographer. And of course, if you want to see some cool horror stuff, support indie horror. We're nearing 10,000 followers, folks, and a lot of good content in there. If you want to see some like independent horror movies, or if you want to promote your horror films or your horror books or anything like that, you can definitely post it all up on there. Instagram, you'll find me on there too. Just type in Poor Gorehound Burt. TikTok, you'll find me on there as well. I might post up a video later on when I'm doing some carnival stuff. And if you're not on any of those platforms, then of course you can find me on Blue Sky and find my photos in there too.
Awesome. And of course, for me, you can find me on here, of course, Primetime Movie Network and Primetime Podcast, which is my wrestling podcast channel. And you can find me on Primetime James Thomas, which is my professional wrestling channel. We can find all my wrestling matches at, because I am a professional wrestler that was trained by the visionary, revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
And of course, please be sure to hit that. Wait, hang on. That's how you can find me. Yes, I did already. God, I am losing it. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed episode 114 of the Primetime Gorehounds, watching Children of the Corn. Let us know what you guys think. Like I said, me and Paul, we enjoyed it. Great movie. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, how you guys feel about it. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week for episode 115. And hopefully you guys have a great weekend. And have a great weekend. Hit that like, subscribe button, and of course, donate to your Cash App, PrimePop313. With any donation, we greatly appreciate it. And yes, and we will see you guys later. And have a great weekend. And I just want to say this when we end this, Paul. I just said we gotta stop letting people in the damn church. Stop letting everybody in the damn church. Tell them, Gino.
That's right. You so-called Christian-looking whores. That's it. Jumping in some church, flapping your ankle chains around, all on the choir, breasts hanging out, lips all red, nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws, all this fake hair, breast implant, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but a prostitute.
Amen.
Yeah, man. Go to church now. Go to church. Got nothing but a singing hoe, a shouting hoe, a organ playing hoe, a choir director hoe. Hey, preacher. If what I just said describe your wife, you're married to a hoe.
Amen.
Am I right, sir? Talk to me.
To me.
Yes, sir. Amen. Yes, sir. Wonderful.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
A man that's a real man don't want his wife out in the street looking like a prostitute. And you a holy woman?
Amen. Amen.
Or claim you's a Christian?
Amen.
Christian with skin-tight pants, showing the very shape of your birth canal. Going to some church with the shape of your birth canal exposed in public and jeans all up the backside of your behind, carrying a Bible.
That's right.
Going to church.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Laters. Cheers. Peace. Have a great night. We are out.
We're out.